This is a fake virus message, but how do you know it's fake? And how exactly do scammers put these sort of messages onto your computer? We're going to find out how they're created, discover who makes the money out of this scam, and take out the group responsible. This is the screen of a scammer who receives calls from people who are fooled by the pop-up. He's using Skype to communicate with his colleagues, Nishant, Vineet and Sunil. Together they call themselves Pico, but this is a fake company name. When they receive calls from victims, they introduce themselves as Microsoft.
Yes. Are you Microsoft
Yes,
support?
sir.
But suddenly, after they've had payment and they're checking up on their customers, then they forget they're Microsoft.
Yeah, hi Robert. Sam this side, sir, your technician.
Hi.
How are you doing today, sir?
Everything's fine right now.
Wonderful. I was just calling you for the feedback, sir. How are your computers running?
Okay.
All right. And is there any problem with the transaction? Like yesterday, you're telling me you want to talk to the bank about it.
Well, I just want to make sure the money went to Microsoft and not any other, not just no Joe Schmo.
All right. So as I told you, it's an online Microsoft store. So
Right?
it's in Dedham, Massachusetts, and that store was online when you was facing the problem, and that's why they fixed this computer for you. So
Okay.
basically, what happened is, uh, it's not about Microsoft Store. It's they are the Microsoft certified technicians.
But I checked with Microsoft and they're not Microsoft certified technicians, and although the address in Massachusetts does have something to do with the company, if you called their number, you'd be speaking to someone in Jaipur, not in the USA. The real company name is PC Protection Help, and here is its address in Jaipur. And when the scammers do get connectivity to their victims, their details are copied via Skype to the boss, who's called Nishant.
You did a very good job, sir. I really appreciate your time and patience. Let me just check your computer.
Now everything came back.
Yeah, I know that, sir. I'm just checking your computer now, okay?
Okay.
Here, Paul or Anish copies the screenshot to his boss.
Any kind of shopping,
work.
banking on it?
Yes, banking.
Let me just open the brain of your computer, sir. Let me check it what kind of problem you're having, okay?
Okay.
The easy way to tell that this sort of message is fake is that it's got a phone number on it. A competent technician would know this.
And you are the only one who used this computer?
The phone number and the location of the web page hosting this pop-up changes very regularly, particularly as people report it as a deceptive website. And we're about to see just how they do this. But to assure payment, they'll tell the usual lies. They'll say that the output from Event Viewer is somehow viruses, and that the stopped services are the result of these viruses or hacking activity. Only once they get the payment will they claim anything about who they are, initially saying that they're premium tech support.
Now over here, sir, like I told you, everything was covered in the package except that ad muncher and ad blocker. Like I told you, it's an optional security which is highly recommended. So do you want that in the computer?
This ad blocking software is in fact a free add-on for browsers, but this company will attempt to charge their customers for this software, and when they do so, they break the license agreement. I've made Ad Muncher aware of their activity, and hopefully they can take legal action against Pico. Watch this space.
And sir, please don't mind me asking you that, but while you were working, like the technicians were working on the computer, so just wanted to ask you something because there was a virus on your computer.
They use invoiceasap.com to create professional looking invoices. I reported them to the company involved, and they have since blocked or banned this account.
And so do you have a printer connected with the computer so that I can give you some printouts?
All their invoices contain this address in Dedham, Massachusetts, and they always contain the name Richard Padula. As it turns out, this isn't an innocent victim, but the owner of the company in the US. We'll come back to him in just a moment. But how do these fake virus pop-ups get onto people's computers in the first place? We're looking at Vineet, who's supposedly helping a victim with one of the pop-ups that Vineet himself has created.
Even the McAfee that you're using has been stopped by the virus. You can see that on the computer. Now that is the reason the computer is facing a problem now. Over here, I'm going to pull up the brain of this computer so that we can see how many damages have been done and since how long it's been going on. According to that, we can look for the options available to get it fixed.
The fake virus messages deliberately take a lot of system resources and will slow computers down. So while waiting for Notepad, Vineet takes the opportunity to update the current lot of virus messages. On his own PC, Vineet browses to Amazon S3. What you see here is a list of web pages where the scammers maintain their fake virus pop-ups. Here, he's just about to delete an old one. The pages regularly get flagged as deceptive, so it's vital for the scammers to keep updating them so that they can be shown without any warnings to victims. It's also the reason why ad blockers are completely ineffective against this sort of scam. They change too regularly for ad blockers to be effective. So whilst on the phone to the victim, he's creating the very virus message that he's supposed to be diagnosing. He simply copies the 27 files that he needs to a new location and then presses the Make Public key, all while scamming someone on the phone.
So for the online store, sir, I can register you with one so that they can start their work. For that, I'll be needing some information like your name, the billing address, your phone number, and your email address. So can you please type that for me over there? You can type it.
But they don't have it their own way all the time. Sometimes people will recognise the fake virus pop-up and deliberately call them and give them fake credit card details. Here you can see one of them checking the details against bincodes.com. This will validate the credit card number.
CVC is 348 and expiration date is 12.
Which bank is that?
14.
MasterCard is a card brand. You are not educated. You don't know what is card brand and what is bank name. You moron!
First of all, you just don't go asking for people's debit card.
But scam baiters aside, I was very interested in how they ran their phone operations. You can see here that they're using Vonage Business. The initials of the account owner of this service is also Richard Padula, the same name that we see on the invoices. Since the inbound and outbound calls were fraudulent, I intended to contact Vonage Business in order to get this account shut down. But I needed to find out exactly what Richard had to do with the business, and the best way of doing this was to contact him directly. I initially gave my name as someone that I knew had been scammed. I had his invoice in front of me.
Hello?
Hi, is that Richard?
Yeah, who's calling?
Hi, yeah, my name, well, it's Jack, and I'm calling, and the reason why I'm calling is because I believe I've been scammed, and it's by some computer company, and the invoice that I've got here has got your name and your address on it, and I was just trying to wonder why I might be seeing this.
What seems to be the problem? First of all, what's the name of the company?
They call themselves Compiko, Compiko.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened?
Do you know about that at all, or is this?
Yeah, I'm the owner of the company.
Right.
I don't scam anybody, so I'll tell you honestly. But
right.
You tell me what happened. Did they do some work for you or something?
I described the misdiagnosis of the scam pop-ups, but I didn't mention anything about the kind of access that I had to his company's computers.
Why is it a scam? We went in, you had virus in there. We went, deleted the virus, and then they built you firewalls to stop that virus and a few other viruses coming in. I don't see where you're getting the scam in. There was something wrong with the computer. We wouldn't pick something that wasn't wrong.
So you're aware of these pop-ups, are you?
Yeah, I had them with myself, too. This is how I got into this business. Because I was looking for a company that didn't give you baloney on how they were going to turn around and take care of your computer and fix it, because they don't fix it, and that's the difference with us. What most companies do when you go to, I don't know, a lot of people rent to Best Buy and others, what they do is they reformat the hard drive. So they say, okay, you got no more problems now. But that virus is still in there.
Reformatting a hard drive will certainly get rid of any viruses that are there as long as you install a clean copy of Windows. What he didn't make clear was why his company were acting on fake virus messages. All I was getting from him was gish gallop.
And that's how I started this business. I mean, I'm a customer. I'm still a customer. Matter of fact, I get charged every year because our work is guaranteed. You know, if you have any problems or anything, you call us and we turn around and we'll take a look at it for you and won't cost you anything. And if it did come back, then it's no charge. I mean, we stand behind what we did.
But you know that the message itself is fake.
What do you mean?
The message saying that you've got a virus is a fake message.
No, depends. I don't know how the message you got that message, but I don't know. How did it happen? Did you just click on something, or?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was browsing the web and this message suddenly popped up. Yeah.
And what did the message say?
Oh, it said you've got a virus and contact a number, and I phoned the number and I was through to what turned out to be your company. So that's how it happened.
Okay. So
yeah.
you had the virus. I'm sorry, because I've had the same thing. And then we went in.
But it's what's called JavaScript, and it's completely fake. And not only that,
not fake.
Sorry, I'm a computer technician, and I know it's fake. And not only that, not only do I know it's fake, I know that your company creates those messages and uploads them.
No, absolutely not.
Right.
First of all, we're even hooked up with Microsoft, and we're approved by them and Apple to turn around and go in to fix the computers when they have a problem. This error message, that's why we get them. All right? When you have an error message, if you use it, are you using Microsoft or Apple?
Oh, I use Microsoft. I use Windows.
So Microsoft has certified us to go in and fix any problems with somebody's computer in Microsoft.
Right.
Okay, so how would I be a scam?
Are your employees Microsoft? I mean, whenever I call them, and I have recordings of it, they introduce themselves as Microsoft. So are you sure they're Microsoft?
Certified by Microsoft.
Okay. Yeah.
To go in and repair a Microsoft computer that has Microsoft on it. Okay.
Right. Okay. So.
We are certified by them.
And they claim
to apply and everything.
Right. Okay. I mean, I can check that out. That's fine. I'll check it out with Microsoft. And you're sure about that, yeah? If I contact Microsoft, they will say yes. Pico are certified by us, and there'll be no issue there, yeah.
There shouldn't be. I don't see any reason why.
Shouldn't be. Okay. I mean, that's okay. I mean, if you're sure they're competent technicians. Where was I calling? I mean, it was a US number I was phoning, but I got the impression that they weren't in the USA.
No, they are from India. I'll tell you that much.
Right.
Okay, and the person I'm in contact with, and they started the business with, he's in India. Okay, and we've become very good friends, to tell you the truth, over the years and everything. You know, because I've been doing this since, I don't know, a lot of years, 2016 or better, you know, and, you know, he's the one I contact, and those guys are very good, and I said, if I ever find anything illegal, I'll come down there and destroy you myself, you know, because I don't go for that stuff. But,
but you must
turn around and,
you must know that the virus pop-ups are fake. And any competent technician would tell you that. So either they're incompetent or they're deliberately misleading people. It's one of the two, I'm afraid.
I don't know where you're hearing it from, but
it's not that I'm hearing it. It's I experienced it myself. Okay.
You know, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a technician. Okay, I'm an owner. I own the company. I mean, if you want, I'll get my technician to call you. All right, and he's the top guy. He's a senior person.
Richard gave me the top guy's name as Nishant, but I already knew this. and I got Nishant to call me a few minutes later. You should be able to recognize a fake JavaScript pop-up, so why would you not tell the person that that's fake? Other than you know exactly what it is.
The person who attended the call was in the other shift, and I don't have that person right now available. Otherwise, I would definitely have checked everything in detail, but I called you right in the right place, that what exactly happened, and if something happened like this, I'm here to help you.
Right, so can you tell me why the JavaScript pop-up was incorrectly diagnosed as a virus?
I don't know, sir, because I was not the one who fixed the computer, so I need to check with the guy who fixed the computer.
Well, it was a short time ago, so who was it?
That was a different technician.
Who was it?
May I know who are you and why you are asking all these questions and everything? Like,
I'm a
were
friend.
You in charge, or who of your friends?
No, my friend was charged, as I say. He was charged $730.
If he is not happy with the services, we provide a complete refund within 15 days, and I'm ready to refund him the money.
Right.
That's it.
That's fine. Will you refund everybody you've scammed in the last few months?
We never scammed anyone.
But of course, I fully expected them to say this. They are, after all, professional liars. But happily for me, Pico keep a good record of everybody that they've scammed. So I managed to download their entire list of customers, more than 300 of these, and I set about emailing them with instructions about how to get their money back. I used a mail merge facility, which meant that I could give the person's exact name, the date in which they were scammed, and the exact amount that they were scammed. This would hopefully make the email a little bit more convincing than a general purpose one. The best advice to give to someone who's been scammed like this is to go to their credit card company or their bank and claim a refund and chargeback. The chargeback is even better because it means that the company who scammed the payment will also be made to refund more than just the payment. They will be charged extra. Effectively, it fines the scammer. And I did get quite a few responses. I know at least a dozen people have managed to get their money back. The rest I didn't hear from or didn't get a phone call from. I've also emailed the same list with a link to this video. And I hope they can heed the warning, because most shockingly of all, I observed these scammers reconnecting to their previous victims. They would set a password on TeamViewer so that they could remotely access their victims' computers whenever they felt like it. And here they're connecting to a man called Donald. Donald had already paid them $619 via PayPal back in August and another fee back in October, and now they're trying to milk yet more money out of him. They sneakily paste the URL of the latest virus pop-up onto his computer, and almost immediately he will see the fake pop-up once more. They add a date at which they put the new fake pop-up onto his computer and go on and do the same thing again to anyone else's computer that they can access. I initially sent an email to the Jaipur police, but they requested that I use WhatsApp to send all of the details about the scammers. I did this and even attached the whole spreadsheet of every single victim that I knew they stole money from, because in this sort of crime it's always very difficult to get the victims to come forward. Even though I got an email reply, I never got any response whatsoever to the WhatsApp message. Indeed, I'm still waiting as this video goes live. Because there's a US connection with this scam, I've given the same information to the relevant authorities there. But ever since I contacted Amazon's S3 service to have their account blocked, I've noticed a change in tactics. Now, when their advertising server is reached, instead of a malicious pop-up, we see this. It's Pico's direct free phone number, and this time without any computer lockups or warning messages. It seems I might just have scared them off. If there's any further updates, I'll edit the description of this video so that you can find out what's happened. As a reminder, this is the Patreon version of the video, so some parts are unblurred, so please don't share. Thank you again for all the support you continue to give me, and I look forward to speaking to you on the next video.